All right, welcome back to the Everyone Hates Car Salesmen podcast. With me, your host, Shawn Payne, a.k.a. Goat Thrill 216. You already know who I am. Anyhow, I'm just kidding. I am here with somebody today who you actually might know because he is a independent dealer in Illinois who is making a very big dent in his marketplace. Anderson & Sons Auto is a very exciting auto dealer in Illinois. He's doing things a little bit differently. I'm more than pleased to have him on the podcast today, not just because of the amazing jacket, which is obviously probably going to get us more views than anything I say.
There you go.
Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Introduce yourself.
Thank you. I'm Mark Anderson with Anderson & Sons in Newton, Illinois. We're a buy here, pay here operation. We have 3 locations. We're a growing company. We've been in business since 2017. We just have a lot of exciting things going, but more importantly, we have an exciting team taking us to the top.
I love it. And for me to have an actual dealer on here, I mean, that's where my passion is, right? I love all these companies and all these brands. I do. But really, I wake up in the morning going, still, how can I get the next car over the curb, right?
There you go.
We're car guys, But I do want to know a little bit more about your company. I met your guys last night, Adam, for instance, the first one. I think he followed me on TikTok. And everybody that I've met from your group so far is outstanding. So tell me a little bit about the background of your company, what got you in the automotive industry, and what are you looking to do in the future? Where are you headed?
Well, it's funny how I got into the industry. I had a past life. I was in agriculture.
Okay.
I built fertilizer facilities.
Okay.
So maybe
you can go a lot of ways with that. Yeah.
I know, maybe the pile of shit. But anyway, I kind of semi-retired, and I realized I didn't have enough money to get across the finish line.
Yeah.
So I'm going to peddle a few cars on the side.
Why not?
So my son and I, we kind of got together, going to peddle some cheap cars on the side. And when we opened our facility back in 2017, we realized that cheap cars, people still didn't have money to buy cheap cars.
Yeah.
So we rolled right into the buy here, pay here.
Okay.
I'm a salesman, marketer by birth. That's my DNA.
Yep.
And I just love selling. And we got into the selling side of the cars, doing that. And I don't like to do things halfway. I just kind of dive in.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, the numbers started growing. We started adding employees, adding locations. And today we feel like we're on a really good path. We got goals.
Yeah.
We set goals.
Tell me about those.
Well, the fact of it is every morning you wake up, I think we all ask ourselves, why are we doing what we're doing?
Yeah. My why.
The why.
Yeah.
Big why. And I sat there and said, I want to make a difference in people's lives.
Yeah.
Now that might sound, whatever, but it's true. I want to make a difference in somebody's life. Well, how can I do that?
Yeah.
And that's where the buy here, pay here came in. Be able to give people opportunity to get a vehicle who typically wouldn't have that opportunity. Now, that's a tough market. I mean, it's easy to sell a car, but you also got to collect it.
Yeah.
We got our bills to pay. But the why side of it, and then if we're going to do it, why do it mediocre when we can just be the best? Okay, I won't be an operation with 500 locations. I know that. But if we have 3 locations, 10 locations, I want them to be the best 3 or 10 locations.
So that's interesting. If you don't mind, I want to back up a little bit. So buy here, pay here is a part of the industry that, I think dealers look at something that they fear. Should I get into that? Tell me a little bit about what the benefits as a dealer and a business owner, what the benefits are, but tell me about some drawbacks.
There's a lot of drawbacks. The franchise stores, the retail stores, they're basically done with the deal for the most part. Once the signatures are done and the money exchange hands.
They get funded, they're done.
Exactly. They might sell some product like a service contract or something, but they're done. With us, our buy here, pay here is, we're actually married to that account, to that customer, basically the duration of the loan. And so there's a lot more hand-holding.
Okay. But also
margin-wise,
relationship building, right?
what's that?
But also relationship building.
It is relationship building.
Okay.
You got to understand our customers are credit challenged.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they don't have a lot of opportunities to go down the road.
Yeah.
Now, as a dealer, it allows us to probably capitalize on the margins more because our competitors are not right there. They're not online shopping for that 2025 cheap brand.
Right.
They're looking for 4 wheels and transportation.
And a yes.
And a yes.
Yeah.
And a yes.
Right.
That's the big thing. The challenge to that, it's easy for us to say yes, but it's harder for us to do the collecting. So you got to have, going into this, you've got to have thicker skin.
Yeah.
Because things will happen. Customers will not pay you.
That happens?
That happens.
Wait a minute.
Believe
Hold
it
on
or
a second.
not.
You're saying a
Believe it or
customer
not, yes.
might not pay their
They
payment?
might not. The funny thing of it is when I first got into this business,
Yeah.
it was a circle that I wasn't familiar with.
Okay.
Because I pay my bills, you probably pay your bills
Every so often, yeah.
every so often. And when I got into business, I realized pretty quick the customer I deal with don't always pay the bills.
Right.
We had to make some really quick changes to how we do it.
Okay.
But you want to say the struggle is if you do not have a thick skin,
Yeah.
and you get offended easily,
Uh-huh.
that's tough.
You don't strike me as that guy.
No, you know what? I'm a big picture guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joe a vehicle ended up 800 miles away.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not chasing Joe.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You know what? We're going to find another Joe.
Right.
We're going to sell another vehicle. Life goes on. Joe is not going to wreck my day because that vehicle's 800 miles away and I can't get it.
Got it. So, talk to me a little bit about one of the things about buy here, pay here that is always sort of interesting is, let's say you establish a client relationship with somebody, they come in, they can't get approved anywhere. Mark says, yes, you're a customer. Me and my son steal you. You're in the family. Now, when that person, as they establish a better credit history through you, maybe, or through getting credit bills, credit cards, or whatever, do you retain that customer, or do you find that customer moves on?
I say this a lot in our business, and I want to be careful how I say this. For the most part, customers we have are there for a reason.
I understand.
They're there for a reason. Either self-inflicted or life just happened.
Yep.
Going
Good things
through.
happen, but bad things happen to good people.
Bad things happen to good people.
Yep.
Got divorces, we got medical, we have job loss. Those transitional people typically can work their way back out. Then there's others that's they're there because they just make bad decisions.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And they're not going to leave that street.
Right.
They're not going to leave that street.
Right.
You know, we can't
Right.
teach them Dave Ramsey
Yeah.
and get them on a financial path.
Right.
And that's we see that, but we do build that relationship. They trust us, and what happens is we sell them the next car.
Okay,
And
so
we sell more people in their family. Or we might sell the children cars.
Okay, so you retain a lot.
We do
Even as
retain
they
a lot.
establish maybe better credit, you still
Yes.
retain them now.
Yes.
Is that due to, I mean, it's probably an overall business culture that you have there that attracts people to want to stay with you? Or is it the transparency? Is it just, and tell me how you retain those
Well,
people.
I think a lot of that is a relationship that we do build.
Okay.
Now it's tough sometimes building that relationship. But why do you go to a certain restaurant? Why do you go to one place versus that place? It's because you know what? You got a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the people. Okay. I could probably get a better meal somewhere else. You know, I like the people. I like the atmosphere. I like how they treat me. They know my name.
Yeah.
Okay. Little cheers.
Yeah.
Hey, Norm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. The familiarity, I think, breeds people to want to go back into business with people again because I know what I'm going to get, right? I mean, I might not always love the answer, but I know you're going to give me a right answer. And I think that's important to a lot of people, good credit, bad credit. You know, they still want to be treated a certain way with transparency. You might tell them, hey, that's the only car you can get today. But at least you're honest.
Yes, and in the future, if things go like it should, we can put you into a better vehicle down the road. You start here, work your way there. You know, you got to understand too, when people come through our door, they're already defeated. and they know their place in the credit book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here lately it's getting a little bit tighter, a little worse.
Yeah.
People had the 700s are coming down to the 600s,
Yeah.
600s getting to the 500s,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it's like it's that stigma type thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
And they're
here.
embarrassed, right?
Yeah, basically what I'm saying. It's like, I'm here. I don't really want to be here, but
Yeah.
I have a vehicle.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden it's like, hey, we don't judge you. We don't. We're on, we kind of like say, hey, we're on the second, third, and fourth, and fifth chance.
Yeah, yeah. So between the three, so you have 3 operational stores right now.
Correct.
And give me total volume combined of all 3 stores. What do you sell?
Well, we're running about 60 plus vehicles a month on an average.
Okay.
We like to see that grow.
Okay.
We like to invest into our team.
Yeah.
We do national meetings, conventions, trade shows, stuff like that. We like to get our team more involved. There's just a lot going on in our industry.
Yeah.
The automobile industry as a whole.
For
Hey world, I'm not AI. I'm an actual person. Okay?
No, yeah.
I'm not an avatar.
No. But they don't have that jacket on my head. You can't put that on an AI agent. But so my question is this, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but so we're doing about, let's call it 60 to 70 cars on an average total, right, between the 3 facilities right now.
Yeah.
So what's the next step for Anderson and Sons? How do you get that to 100? How do you get it to 200?
Well, it's through marketing.
Okay.
We're in a rural setting, so southern part of Illinois.
Okay.
So our population we're limited.
Okay.
But we're also we're in an area where we don't have competitors to the left and right.
Got it.
So we live in. I like to say we live in an area where 1 mile is 1 minute.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah. No, I get it. That makes
and
sense.
so we're limited there. But more marketing, trying to reach the customer. We understand our customers is in social media.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to be pounding Facebook. We got to something new. We just hooked up to. I've been kind of holding back, but Google pay per clicks.
Okay.
I'm not here promoting anything, but pay per clicks.
Yeah.
And everything takes a learning curve.
Yeah.
And it's starting to pay off for us.
Good. Now, so we have a plan to get out in front of more people, using some social, some PPC. So now, talk to me. If I'm a dealer, or I want to be a dealer, tell me why I should not get in the BHPH. Like, tell me why I should not. What is the biggest barrier, I guess, to entry? Like, you got to look out for this. If you're going to do this, be prepared for this. Give me that.
Capital.
Okay, that's why
It's all about capital.
Right.
And I guess you're throwing me a softball.
Right.
I'm not trying to hit it out of the park, but it's capital.
Yeah.
They say that the way to make $1 million in this business is start with 2.
Yeah, right.
Because you will run out of capital quick.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that's been kind of nice to us, maybe our growth to some might seem like 3 stores in 8 years. That sounds like a pretty rapid growth, but it's also been controlled because we're self-funded.
Right.
So we don't. I'm not working off borrowed money.
Right.
This is ours.
Yeah.
And
It's agriculture money.
there you
It's
go.
agriculture.
There's bags of it.
Right.
But the point being is we don't have to answer to somebody.
I like that.
Okay, at the end of the month, you need to be selling 70 cars.
Yeah.
Because we need this performance. Well, we don't. And actually, some months if we don't sell as much, tax. But because number one, buy here, pay here.
Yeah.
Capital is is a requirement.
Yeah.
This is a cash flow business.
Right.
100%. You can buy cars, ACVs of 7,000.
Yeah.
Sell them for 12. Look at that profit margin. That's great.
Yeah,
But
sure.
you know what? I got $1,000 down.
Yeah. That's what you really got.
I'm $6K in a hole from the jump.
You're the back seat, right? They call it back
And then
seat.
I want $500 a month.
Yeah.
It's going to take me a year to get the flat.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't think a lot of guys realize that. Oh, put a car on the street, they make their payments. It's not all profit. You got $5,000 in that car. You're still in the back, right?
Correct.
Until that customer catches up. But so, what's the vision? So when you look at your business right now, if you could snap your fingers and it's 5 years from now, what's it? Are the kids running it? Are you still with
All
Talk?
right, let me say this. Early on, when I got into business, I took a trip a couple states away, and I hit about a half a dozen buy here, pay your operations. And the one thing I noticed with all of them, they were all successful.
Yeah.
They were all up in age.
Yeah.
And none of them had a succession plan.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And their whole life was in that dealership.
Yeah.
And they're on their retirement side of these things. And they don't know what they're going to do. And I'm fortunate enough that I have two children.
Yeah.
Both in the business,
Yeah.
both being grooms, take over,
Yeah.
kind of build in succession plan. And one thing that we try to do, and I know any deal, any proprietor, sole proprietorship or dealership, whatever, looks at, we're trying to create generational wealth. Absolutely. Okay, I want a business that hopefully our grandchildren and their children keep on pushing this thing down. Trying to get this thing built to where it's almost like a self-consuming thing.
Right.
It just perpetually keeps going.
Right. Well, you got some smart guys. I mean, I met your team that's here, and you're an exciting guy. You're interesting. I mean, first thing I see, you got this jacket on, and I'm like, who is this guy? You know. And then as I learn a little bit more about you and your team, I mean, I'm genuinely impressed. And as a 25-year car guy, it's hard to impress. And I was impressed when I met you guys so much that this was impromptu. Hey, I want you guys on the podcast. I think you guys are a great operation, and I love the family aspect of it. I think that's great. So
I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, and success is not a one-person thing. It's not one person.
Yeah.
You know, Adam, my general manager, others, and I don't know, trying to not name somebody, but others make this thing work.
Yeah.
And, you talk about team and all that kind of stuff, but it does. It takes everybody. We wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
Any small operation wears a lot of hats.
yeah, so here's your shot, ready? So you're a salesman at heart, right? So if I'm looking for a car and I'm in that area, I need a website, I need an email. How do we get a hold of you? And how do we get a jacket?
You know what? I might not be good at that.
How do we get a hold of you? What's your website? Adam,
what's the website?
We need if we want to get a hold of them.
MyCreditDrives.com.
MyCreditDrives.com.
Gotcha.
Okay? That'll get you there. Hey, if you got any questions, reach out to us. Newton, Illinois, Anderson and Sons. You can Google us, Facebook us.
Yeah.
I'm always willing to talk. I like talking to other dealers.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? Even though I'm young in this, I love talking to people who've been in business 50 years. I love talking to people who've been in business for 5 days. Because we can all learn from something from somebody all the time.
I love it. I can't thank you enough for coming on.
Thanks for
man.
having me.
I love it. You and your team have been amazing. And so give me the website one more time.
MyCreditDrives.com.
MyCreditDrives.com. If you're in that area, you're looking for a car, a little bit challenged, you need a little bit of help, you need to meet some people who are going to give you a shot. I think these are your guys. Thanks for being on.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to the Everyone Hates Car Salesmen podcast. This is the part where I ask you to do something that's very easy, takes no time to do, but it really helps our podcast get found by more people. Please hit subscribe, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, and share about it on your socials. And don't forget to tag me at GoatForReal216 so I can say thank you. And stay tuned for more stories from the automotive industry. We'll see you on the next one.